the words and I got the flow. See, I don't gotta write, I got the Holy Ghost. Yeah, that's called a ghost writer. Jeremiah 5:14, that's so fire. Isaiah 14, and when I retire, out of captivity, I broke the iron. Who that is coming out of Mount Zion? Woolly hair, looking like a lion. 1,000 men marching with no drums on, no trombone, just boots.
We've got to address the broken minds of Black America because all the money that we have as a people, it just ain't. We getting worse. We think we getting better because we got better clothes or more I guess high-priced clothes. But the fabric of us as a nation is broken as a people.
Yep.
And it's been going viral. We mentioned it before here recently, but Cam Newton is one of those people that show we have a broken mind, especially Black men. We have a broken mind here in America. Let's pull up that video and see what he was talking about with the therapist.
No baby mother of mine could ever say that she's a single mother.
Stop right there. This is off top. This is with the speech be read to us as a people. If you're not married,
right,
you're single.
Bring it out. Come on.
He even said it himself. No baby moms of mine
can say she's a single mother. Yes, she is. She's in that bed at night with your kids and not you. That means she's single.
Every time they fill out their taxes, they find out they're single.
There you go.
Right.
You're not filling out married.
No.
You're single.
Right.
Now, this is where we are as people. We think money solves problems. Go ahead, Cap.
No, that's what I was going to say. Just because you giving her money, probably bought her a nice house.
Yep.
All the bills are paid. He, supplies for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just like the doctor says, you ain't there.
Right.
You have to split time with 8 other children.
Where you go.
And then you have your own podcast, and your own radio show,
your own house.
Like, you only can speak to them a couple minutes out of the day or hour or whatever before you got to call the next home.
You know how do you know that they are single mothers? Because ain't all of them in the house at the same time.
Correct.
You might have one over there with 2 kids, and then, all right, y'all got to go because the second one's coming over here with the other kids. Y'all not all in the house at the same time. That's single.
That'll be a good point for her to make or us to make, but I bet you and I guarantee you, he got enough money to put all of them in one house, right? Why don't he?
Good point.
Why don't he buy a big enough house? If his house ain't big enough now, buy a big one.
Yep.
Give every one of them they wing.
Yep.
And then now they can say they ain't no single mother, but you ain't gonna do that.
He's probably driving to each of the house with a bag full of toys, and clothes and stuff,
dropping it off at the door,
dropping off at each stop.
That's it.
And then run, get in the car.
Right.
Go ahead. Let's play the rest of that video.
No baby mother of mine could ever say that she's a single
That's
mother.
a broken mind.
Because single mother insinuates that she has no help.
No, it don't. That means she's not married.
Right. Situation. Life be life. That's a common.
Yeah, it does. I agree.
And
They go these stupid
my
sayings black folk
situation is a product of life happening.
Mm-hmm.
So
listen,
and none of us are exempt from it.
of course.
Right.
So we have preferences.
100%.
We have things that we could say, okay, I would love to do this. I'm raised in a church. So my father would always direct us to say, hey, be this, be that, be that, be this. But I can also tell my father this, your reality is not my reality.
Stop right there. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is how we have become a broken nation when kids became rebellious against their parents. Get that in Deuteronomy. Look what they would used to do to kids that would be rebellious like that and say, my father would tell me this, tell me that, and I would say this, that, and the other. Deuteronomy, it was in chapter 21, and read verse 18 on down. This is exactly why we've become a broken nation as a people, and it starts with us men. Go ahead, read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son.
That's what that is right there. When you reply back, when your father is telling you something that is correct, at least according to the scriptures, and you reply back, your life ain't my life, that is a stubborn and rebellious son in the eyes of God. Because the law says to do what? Honor thy father and thy mother. What they tell you to do, do it. It's according to what God's word. To go opposite of that, because I guarantee you, Cam Newton's father never told him to go around and be a baby daddy. Because that's exactly what he is.
Right.
He's a baby daddy. He wasn't raised that way. Matter of fact, I know for a fact he was raised in a 2-parent household. His parents been married for 30-something years.
Right.
And he's blaming the reason that he is a promiscuous man with multiple baby mamas is because he got money.
Yeah, he even said, your reality is not my reality. Times does not change.
Yeah. There you go.
Time does not change. Oh, people don't change.
Fatherhood
don't change.
You're a father no matter what. You
point.
Commit the deed, and you have to you got to step up, marry that woman, and take care of that household. God, it doesn't change.
That statement alone, Cap, he was saying basically that he said his father's reality is not his because his money bracket is at a different level than his father's.
Yeah, it give me more access to women. Right. So I'm justified in being a whore because I got more money than you, Daddy.
Right. That's what it was.
Shouldn't the father's reality be bigger than the son's because he done lived through more life than him?
Good point. Good point. Let's finish that out. Read verse 18 again.
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father.
Ain't that what he just said? He said, my father told me to do this and told me to do that, but your life, I can also say, your life ain't my life. Right. Keep reading.
Or the voice of his mother, and that, when he have chastened him, will not hearken unto them.
Look what we used to do back in the day. Go ahead.
Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city.
Now, it was a time when we grew up where we had a saying amongst us black folk, it take a village to raise a child.
That's right.
That is gone. That's what this is. Where right here is what we reading. That's a village of people responsible for everybody's child there. Even if it didn't come out of your loins, I still take responsibility for you. When I see you around, I'm your instead father when nobody's around. I'm your instead mother to make sure you stay out of trouble so you can grow up and be an honorable man or an honorable woman. So we, back in our time when we was in our right mind, the law of God set it up where everybody looked after everybody.
Right.
Verse 20.
Verse 20. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice.
There you go, right there. Time, like you said, Cap, times ain't changed.
No.
Times ain't changed at all. We was always supposed to obey our father and our mother.
Correct.
That law ain't never changed, and it don't mean, and it never said how much money I got deems that I don't have to listen to you no more.
Right.
That's not how it goes. That's a broken mindset right there. You got something, Cap?
Yeah. Give me Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 11, right? Because what Cam Newton is showing that he's cursing his father. He's not blessing his mother.
Damn.
He's destroying the quote unquote Newton name. Why? Because they have what that stuff called where the families come together, family reunions.
Yeah.
All them baby mamas coming. What's gonna happen? Fights. There's gonna be a tragedy, right? Read that.
Proverbs chapter 30, verse 11. There is a generation that curseth their father.
That's what he's doing. He said, my daddy told me, but I ain't doing what you tell me to do. Read.
And does not bless their mother.
So you mean to because his mother ain't gonna like, oh, my baby is doing good. She gonna see that because she's a woman. She's gonna see 3 women getting done all types of ways by her father. I mean, by her son. She's gonna feel for the women and look at her son like, man, why are you doing this to these women? So there's a generation that curses the father and does not bless the mother. Read.
There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes.
So he's going, as the doctor is saying something, he's justifying what he's doing and saying, I'm doing right because ain't no baby
got money.
Right? Ain't no baby mama can ever say they don't get this, that, and the other. So read that again.
There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Exactly what
that's
he's
heavy
doing.
point right there. And I want to bring this out too before we go back to the video for everybody to understand, especially men. Money cannot replace you being present.
Right.
Money can't replace you being a father. That money does not do that. Money is a substitute for you not being there.
Right.
You're trying to make everything as comfortable as possible so nobody will complain that you ain't there.
Right.
That's exactly what's going on. Let's go back to that video.
is not my reality.
100%.
You walking into 7-Eleven is different than your son walking into 7-Eleven.
Oh, pride.
Makes sense to you.
Yep.
So I can agree with you, and we can agree to disagree, that I'm not creating broken homes. I'm doing the best with the situations that I was given.
Listen,
that's what you created.
So, hands-on father, absolutely. I don't subscribe to just bringing fatherless children or motherless children into this world.
You did.
I have an unbelievable relationship with the mothers of my children. And it's healthy co-parenting that we show the children real love, real communication, real orders of operations. And I think that's key, because even though we have this unspoken societal pressure to do this and be this, but that's just not, that's a unicorn that you're waiting for.
Look at this. This is how we have become a broken nation. It's a unicorn for a man to be a father to one woman, a husband to one woman, and to his children, a father to his children in the same household.
And he mentioned order of operation.
Right.
What order?
What order?
That's straight up a chaos right there. I'm telling you straight up, Israel, this world is in dire need of a savior.
There you go.
Dire need. This is crazy.
This dude is crazy, man. For him to say the order of operation, that means there are systems for success.
Right.
If you got money, plus your order of operation, and plus your phenomenal relationship where he shows the kids love and respect and communication and co-parenting, why the heck you ain't married now one of them?
There you go.
Right. If you got all that order,
Yeah.
if you got all that whatever's going on and it's an amazing relationship, how come y'all ain't married?
Right. And another, you know how cruel kids are? Where your daddy at?
Right.
Well, he's not sleeping in your house, huh? I'm telling you, man, that's the setup.
Yes,
That is the setup.
You know, it's also crazy. His 8, he got 8 kids, right?
8 kids,
Yeah.
Three baby mamas.
The 8 of them possibly will grow up just to be like him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And make even more broken families.
Correct.
And he made that sister's point where she told him he's in survival mode right now. If you watch the previous episode, she told him, you are living in survival mode right now. He just proved the point right there.
Because it ain't the same thing to have, y'all all have the same father. But it's different when you got different mothers.
Yes.
You can't look at your brother.
You don't see it the same.
You don't see them. Nope. You only know them as brother in name only.
That's it.
Right. But y'all are
You can't say we grew up together.
We grew up together
in a different house.
Right. Yeah, that's my brother.
You ain't got the same experiences.
Feel the same, bro.
You ain't got the same stories about daddy.
Right.
Man, I'm telling you, we just destroyed ourselves as a people, man. Give me that, man. Hosea, man.
Bring it up.
This crazy thought process that we got, we have to stop it, Israel, and then stop justifying ourselves. The scriptures say that a fool, in the eyes of a fool, his ways is right in his own eyes. Hosea 13, verse 9.
Hosea chapter 13 and verse 9.
Look what God says.
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
We have destroyed ourselves. We destroy ourselves in the ways where we think that money is a problem solver to every problem that we got. We can remove ourselves from situations and just place money with it in our place, and everything's going to be fine. Them kids are going to grow up with no, daddy never did that for us. No, I don't know that. No, I never seen him do that. No, I didn't do that. No, my mama wasn't like it. Oh, my mama wasn't like it. Oh, no, those things destroy us as a nation. Even when our forefathers had multiple wives, right? They was all under the same roof.
Right. Yep.
Cap, I seen this in real time, in real life. Back in the world, I had a friend. He got 5 different brothers. They all grew up crazy. Yeah. One was homosexual. One was a thug. Another one was bi. And another
all destroyed.
All messed up. That's what's going to happen to his kids.
Yep. Right. Because what you was reading right there says, God says you shall destroy thyself. He's saying that it was the cards that he was dealt. Yes. No, it wasn't the cards that you was dealt. It was the cards that you created.
There you go.
He dealt them cards.
Because you got enough money to create your life, so to speak. Yeah. People that's poor they living by the damn cards that it was dealt.
Yeah,
whatever.
there you go. That's a good point.
You know?
Good point.
But you have enough money, millions and millions of dollars. You're choosing this. Poor people have no other choice.
Good point.
But Cap, even the richest Edomite don't even do what they do. Canaan and him don't got no money compared to the others.
Nah, they don't. They don't.
Yeah.
They low on the totem pole.
He still thinks he's high value.
He does. Go back to that video. Let's finish it out.
I'm sitting up here telling you like, yo, I have aspirations to have this, but my experiences have shown me that that person really doesn't exist. So when I'm asking or I'm asked questions of, is the expectations unrealistic?
No.
Because my reality has garnered unbelievable connections with women around the world.
Listen to this whore.
Not in Africa. I haven't been in Africa, right? But at the same time, I've been able to make the best of my situation. And I can't say that that situation ever resulted into a broken home.
This dude's an idiot. Go to Sirach 23:17. This is the broken mindset that Black America has, man. That we think just because if we got money, we can have kids over here, we okay. Oh, if I show up every now, at least I check in. If I check in with my kids once a week, I'm a good father.
Hell no.
Not that I don't come home every day. If I just show up once a week, I'm a good father. I'm active in my children's life when they see me once a week.
Yeah, because what if your child or your children, let's say, I mean, you got 3, 6, whatever. Let's say 3 of your children got something on one day, but 2 of them got something on the same day. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do that? Who you gonna pick between?
Who you gonna pick
I'm
between?
gonna come here to half of it, then I go up to your other half.
And if you gotta do that, it's broken.
Yeah, it's broken. Read that 23:17.
Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 23, verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
I have garnered connections with incredible women all over the world.
What did God say for that? Verse 17?
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he dies.
That's why they won't get married.
Right.
That's why they won't get married, because they're at the end of it, they're really whoremongers.
Right.
And that's it.
Amazing.
And that's his reality.
Yeah.
See, he's a whoremonger.
He's a whoremonger.
My reality is different. You're a father. I'm a whoremonger.
There you go. And Cap, just that's the reason why he's backpedaling on this, because he has to, because he knows that, going back to why he had to cut his father out of the conversation, because he knew his father told him otherwise.
Yeah, there you go.
If I can get a script.
Yeah, go ahead.
Read Matthew chapter 15 and verse 3
real quick.
3 and 4. Watch this. This is when the disciples asked Christ about the whole tradition of the washing of the hands. Watch what he said.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 3. But he answered and said unto them, why do you also transgress the commandment of God by your traditions?
So Christ told him, why are you making shit up, basically? Those are your traditions. Watch what he said to them after, verse 4.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother.
God says, honor your father and mother, because your father and your mother was the ones that's going to teach you God's commandments. That's what they supposed to.
Teach you the right way.
Teach you the right way, right. So Christ told them Pharisees, why y'all making shit up? Just like he is. Just making stuff up.
Hey, and that commandment, and that commandment of God is get married. He's transgressing God's commandment by his own tradition, saying that he's gonna, just pretty much sow his royal oats.
Yeah,
he said it.
You gonna finish it out in that, or is that it right there? Okay.
Finish it.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother.
Go ahead.
And he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
And now he got to go on a talk show and justify his life.
There you go.
Because he didn't honor what his parents told him.
Yeah, there you go. Now watch this. Read verse 5. It's the point right here. This is people with money. Verse 5.
Yeah.
But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother,
this is what your pastors tell you. Go ahead.
it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me.
I got all this money. I gave you this. I bought this house to you. How you gonna, don't tell me how to live.
Right.
I pay these bills. I bought you this car around here. You blessed by profiting off of me. You don't live the life I live. I don't have to listen to you. That's exactly what we read it right there.
And that's what you call an ungrateful ass son.
Stubborn and rebellious.
It's the money. Let me get one script.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go to Proverbs 19:1. Real quick. Proverbs 19:1. Remember, he got counsel from his father. You can hear it in it. His situation is not my situation. AKA, he got little money, can't tell big bank nothing. Right. Go ahead, read that.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 1. Better is the poor that walketh in his integrity.
Son, marry that one woman. Get all your kids you want under that one woman. All right? Don't go ahead and then sow your royal oats, and then you got a headache following up. Read on.
Better is the poor that walketh in his integrity than he that is perverse in his lips and is a fool.
And it's a what?
It is a fool.
That's a fool right there.
Damn. There you go. Now this sister, her name's Love Dorsey. She spoke some wise words on the situation about young boys today, because she's a mother herself and she sees things going on. So let's play the video. You know, a trash can gets a steak, so we're gonna listen to what she got to say, because sometimes she be off. But right here, we can use it for teaching. Go ahead, break it out.
It don't take a fucking fuck ton of
I forgot to tell y'all, cover the kids' ear. She got a dirty mouth.
Hell no.
Straight dirty mouth.
305. All the way live.
I don't know what she is, but she got a dirty mouth. Go ahead, let's play the video.
Go research for y'all to see that black boys raised by single mothers are struggling with their identity. They're struggling with being able to manage their feelings. They're struggling with being disciplined, right? They're struggling with not only just discipline in general, but discipline over their sex. They're struggling with discipline over being able to stand up and make decisions as a man. They are being left behind in their upbringing in regards to their basics. This is why, for example, for those of y'all females that don't get where I be coming from, I got paid to do a podcast and I had on a brown dress. So if you see it, definitely look at it.
Right there. She made a good point that these single parent kids that are being raised, they struggling in multiple different areas. Why? Because they are not able to see the ins and outs, the day-to-day operations of a man in their life. So what do they gravitate to? They gravitate to the internet to find out or figure out how to be a man. They don't know. And then the internet is for entertainment. So people will do crazy things just to stand out so they can continue to stay in the limelight. We got men wearing dresses, they painting fingernails, and they drag queens, they doing the craziest things possible to try to garner your attention. And kids gravitate to that because they are forming their self-identity, and then that becomes them. You be like, man, who is this? Who is it? This is who I am. No, it's not. You just didn't have a father to raise you where you can look at his ways and see how he's supposed to be. Proverbs chapter 22. You know what I want. 22 verse 6. This is what it is.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Now, the way you train up a child ain't just by throwing money at them or using words. It's got to be by they see your actions. Jump up to verse 15. It's gonna say why they have to see what you do as a man. Verse 15.
Verse 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Where you at? You ain't there to correct them. You ain't there to apply the rod. That the words of, you know, when we grew up, where you said, when your daddy get home, that would strike fear in the kid. You be like, you straighten up. That don't apply to these kids in single parents' homes no more. Mama can't say that.
Nope.
All she can say is, I'm gonna call your daddy. He be like, he ain't coming. He ain't going to come over here.
He got too much stuff to do.
It's not his week.
That's why them kids rebel against you single mamas. Ain't no fair daddy.
Nope. But Cap, you know what's the crazy
go ahead.
part? Even though they're not disciplined in the house, when they get into the world, they will get disciplined.
Yep, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That's the bad part.
And that's where they don't know how to control their emotions because they weren't disciplined.
They're there to give the rod, not the rod.
Wow. Hey. Damn.
Amazing.
You right about that.
Pause.
No diddy. Go ahead, man. Let's go to the next video to show where she spoke of where they searching for identity. They don't know what they doing with their life. Look, this is how they turning out right here. And these are the other kids with money that are influencing them because they trying to find themselves. Play that video.
Bert, Casey and Bert. No.
Pause it right there. for those parents that don't know who these kids are, I'm pretty sure that your kids know who they are. That one on the right is his name's Kai Sanat. He's Levi.
No, he's Judah.
Yep. He Levi. You heard that name, Kai Sanat? That's Levi.
Father Judah.
But he's one of the most influential and well-known kids on the internet for live streaming, right?
Yep.
He got all his friends with him in the basement. They do all kind of crazy stuff and entertain and interview people.
Oh, come down. Kevin Hart be coming down.
Kevin Hart
there.
been on there. Nicki Minaj been on there. He done had all kind of people. And then the one on the left, his name is what? Which one is that?
Who's that?
That's Vert.
Uzi Vert. Okay,
Vert.
so that's Uzi Vert. That's the one that had they got a diamond surgically implanted in his forehead,
and they snatched it.
Thanos came.
Then they snatched it. Somebody
snatched it off at a concert.
Boy.
He walks around with a purse. He's in a dress. He's got beads on his neck.
Now that's a Judite right there.
Another Judah.
No, he's Levi.
No. He's Judah. He's from Philly.
Philly. That's because he's from Philly.
Trying to get rid of him.
Right. The city of brotherly love.
Oh, man. But this is what she's talking about, and she's right with that. How these kids, single mother kids, they lost. They looking for identity. They looking for some affirmation from a man, and they don't get it. And by the time, if they don't ever get it, and then they get money, oh, it's over. You can't tell them nothing. Ain't no way you can tell them that. Now they free fall for whatever their young mind is going to tell them to do. Play the video.
Mark Jacob shit.
They done spent, pause it, they done spent at least $10,000-$20,000 on the clothes that they got on right now. Marc Jacobs-ish. Chains that cost $30,000. Wow. Glasses that cost $2,000. The glasses that cost $2,000, you can get them at Walmart.
There you go.
you get them off Temu.
Yeah, Temu.
Temu, $6.
And every one of those
shipping and handling.
Those fashion people they mentioned hate us. Yeah. They all hate us. Mark Jacob,
every one
you
of them.
name them, they hate you.
Right.
Finish out the video.
Yes, sir, Ski.
And we ain't worry about y'all. We getting money.
You got a dress on.
Yeah.
You got a purse.
You got a dress and a purse.
Oh, okay.
That's the same dude that said he worships Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now let's go to that other video too and show how these broken families is destroying. It's trickling down. It is trickling down. These kids ain't waiting until they become grown to do acts of violence. It's trickling down from the anger that they have of not having a father in the house. Pull up, look at what this boy did. Now he was talking to an Edomite, but look at what is in his soul to do at this age.
Right.
Read that.
Teen hugged 14-year-old ex-girlfriend after slitting her throat, stabbing her 12 times before fleeing on scooter.
That's it right there. You know how gruesome, look, show his picture right there. Know how jacked up in the mind you got to be, how much hurt you got to have inside of you, void you got to have to slit a throat, stab her 14 or whatever how many times, hug her, and stab her again. Go down, scroll down, watch it, scroll down. Keep going. Moorhead Detectives Hospital, right there.
Moorhead detectives spoke with Arndt at the hospital.
Read the last one, the last paragraph. That's one. Defendant.
Defendant stated he started to slash at the victim and that he stabbed the victim about 13 times. Defendant stated he fled the scene on his scooter, and along the way, he discarded his phone, his backpack, and the scooter, detectives wrote.
Go back up some. Scroll up a little bit. Right. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yep, right there, about 90 minutes.
About 90 minutes after Arndt's statement, Jalen's mother called the Moorhead Police Department to report her missing. A locator on her phone through Snapchat led cops near a bicycle trail on Elm Street and 6th Avenue South. Several officers searched the area where they found Jalen's body in the Red River near a wooded area along the trail. She was suffering from multiple stab wounds. Cops also found a knife and lots of blood.
Scroll back down. Let me see. I think there's one more part I wanted. Scroll down. Let me see something. Right there, under the related coverage. That's what I want right there. Read that.
Arndt spoke with detectives and prosecutors in a second interview. He allegedly said after he stabbed her several times, he saw her laying there suffering. Defendant stated that he then cut her throat.
This is for broken families, man. It's the broken mindset. This is what I got 3 baby mamas, 8 kids. I'm here, I'm there, I'm there. This is what happens one of them kids that love daddy so much and you ain't there, he gonna grow up angry. Where he'll take a life of somebody. Keep reading.
He then cut her in the throat, gave her a hug, and stabbed her one more time in the back.
That's what broken families do right there.
He said in that article, it says he saw her laying there suffering. So to make the death
Suffering
faster,
go away.
he said, "Let me cut your throat."
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that shows the example of the behavior of a man not knowing what to do with his emotions.
Yep.
Right. A father teaches you what to do with your emotions.
There you go.
They teach you. They go outside and play rough with you. They run with you. They take you to the park.
Let
they
you
do
fall.
things, let you fall. So and then teach you how when that emotion rise up, because it is gonna happen. You know, you hit your head, bump your head. That emotion gonna rise up. What are you gonna do? Hey, get up.
You all right?
You all right?
Stop crying. You all right? And
That's
then you
it.
begin to process things through. Damn, I am gonna be all right.
Right.
That
Yep.
hurt.
It's not
but
the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna get through it.
Yep.
But learning all those ways of their mother, as soon as you see a child, they running. Oh my God! They put in more emotion into something that was simple as just falling and regular falling.
They're creating fear in the child.
There you go.
To do nothing.
Now look at this. Go to that next article and look at this. Look what this boy did. And he came from a broken home. Read that.
You take his life? Florida father who allowed his daughter's orphan boyfriend.
Man, that's jacked up in the first place. How you the hell? I'm telling you, we crazy out here. We are jacked up in the mind, y'all. You let your daughter's boyfriend. Go ahead, officer.
The caption, hold on. The caption right there says that the father allowed it. That means that he knew it was wrong before he even let it go. He's like, well,
come on.
Only God can judge.
This world generation fathers, they don't know how to raise kids.
Nope.
I was on Publix earlier. I saw a young 6-year-old girl walk around with tight clothes on.
Right.
Tight legs.
Bring it out.
How you a father and you got your daughter who's 6-year-old walking out the store like that?
Remember that
verse? Sense.
Hey, what was he wearing? Was he wearing the same thing? Because most of the time, that's what it is. They'll be wearing that short-ass tutu, and the father be doing the same thing.
I saw that in
I'm
pictures
telling you,
too.
that's crazy.
Remember that first article you pulled up? Over 300 sex, whatever.
Yeah, 300 something. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's why they getting abused. Walk around dressed like that. Finish that out.
Florida father who allowed his daughter's orphan boyfriend to live in his home shot dead while trying to discipline the teen.
That's crazy out here. This is where they at. Now, it ain't just the man that are jacked up as well. Go to the next article of sisters coming from broken homes. Look what she did. Scroll up so you can see her crazy ass.
Oh, my God.
There you go. Now, let's read the top of it.
Hell no. The smell chokes you. Mother arrested after 19-month-old dies, weighing just 13 pounds. Twin brother found barely alive.
I want you to go to the main point of this article and look what the detective said, that this woman raising her kid, coming from a broken home, look how she lived. Go ahead. Read that.
Bed bugs and lice infested the home, and cops also found an emancipated dog.
She didn't even feed the damn dog. Emaciated.
An emanciated
emancipated
dog.
Shit. That dog was in slavery. Emaciated, man. Go ahead, man.
Found an emaciated dog that was going to the bathroom inside. The affidavit reportedly said there was also a bathtub full of dirty water with a layer of film on top. The kid slept on a single soiled mattress.
Go to the next point.
Davis would allegedly ignore the children for hours while she sat and drank alcohol and played on her phone. Sometimes she would wait until 15 hours had elapsed before she would feed them or change their diapers.
Give me that in Ezekiel 16:44 before we go to this next article. Ezekiel 16, verse 44, man, and 45. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 44.
This is what we're dealing with. Go ahead.
Behold, everyone that uses proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. Thou art thy mother's daughter, that loatheth her husband.
Hate her husband.
And her children.
And her children. That's what we're seeing with all these women murdering their kids. They hate them. Go ahead.
And thou art the sister of thy sisters, which loatheth their husbands and their children. Your mother was an Hittite and your father an Amorite.
You acted like him Africans out here killing your kids. You ain't acted like the daughters of Sarah, the daughters of Israel that I created in the heavens. You acted like these Hamites out here killing your kids, sacrificing your kids. That's what the other nations do. That's not to be named amongst us. And look at this. It's even worse. Go to the next one. Read that. You better marry. You better stop having these damn girlfriends. Read that.
Woman sick dog on boyfriend's 9-year-old daughter.
Read it again.
Woman sick dog on boyfriend's 9-year-old daughter. Beats her to death.
And then beats her to death.
Dang.
I'm telling you right now, y'all people in Florida crazy as hell.
Yeah, this is Florida.
Y'all
right
people
here.
in Florida, y'all crazy as hell. That sun it need to be 4 seasons around here. Because the sun out all the time. Give y'all ass too much time to do evil. Y'all need to be in the damn house somewhere. Sad because it snowed outside.
There you go. That's
Too much vitamin D.
Too much, man, going on,
Hey,
man.
Cap, one thing about what I'm noticing is that, like the scripture says, marriage is honorable. Many of these articles are showing that the boyfriend attacked.
There you go.
The girlfriend.
There
gets
you go.
stabbed.
Broken families. You hit it right on the head, man. And we just seen Cam Newton. He's okay with that.
Right.
He wants more of that. He's fine with that. And there's many other men out here that think that same thing.
Yep.
This is what happens with these broken families. You're bringing kids into a situation where you don't know if this other person is going to love them kids.
Right.
You don't know that, sister. If this man is going to love them kids, you don't know that.
Right.
It's best to just wait then and get married where you had kids with a man that they come from him.
Right.
You know he got more invested in, this ain't my damn son. Get the dog on his ass and then beat him to death.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what that woman is gonna do, talking about Cam, to the kids, right? Because I've seen a lot of situations where the woman says, if I can't have you, nobody can.
Not even your kids.
Not even your kids. And then she kill you, kill the kids, do everything
and kill
else,
herself.
kill herself,
Everybody.
and all that. Right? Because you got 3 baby mamas, all these kids. One of them might want the lifestyle that you can provide.
There you go.
They're gonna say, man,
Let me
listen.
take this out of the way.
Right,
Take it
let
out
me-
the way.
yeah,
Move them out the
so-
way.
Listen.
There you go. Now look at this. This is what's gonna happen to these broken homes in this broken Black America that we got. You're gonna end up with grown man like Tyrese. Play the video.
Amazing.
Okay.
Really, have you really taken
Turn him up.
to deal with all of that?
Turn it up.
I'm doing the best I can with every 24 hours I get. That's it.
Some tissue, brother.
No, I don't need no tissue. Black men cry.
Oh gosh.
There is no square footage I could ever live in. There is no rims, no jewelry, and no car. There is no net worth. There is no press release. There is no co-star. There is no collaboration in the world that could ever replace my mama.
Oh gosh.
Feel the void of what it's like to wake up and get married and want to be in something for the rest of your life. And it goes away.
I love you, brother. I love you. I love you.
How hard it's been to get through.
I love you. I love you, Black.
Okay, do you not cry?
Absolutely.
You might not bring it to the radio,
Absolutely.
but this is what being grown is.
Brother.
I don't know who said
I'm
that.
not doing
know
this.
about that.
I need one. My makeup gonna mess up. I didn't
Hear me.
My concealer
Hear
is sitting
me.
today.
Black men cry.
See, that's what's gonna happen with these kids that ain't growing up with fathers, man. They got the emotions of their mama.
There you go. They're not gonna not know how to move on after you get a rebellious woman who don't love you, and then next thing you know, you boo-hoo crying like that. Hell no. A strong man knows, hey, keep it moving. You don't want to follow me? You know what? Keep it. Matter of fact, get that Ciroc 25.
Cap, you know what he has? He has the same mentality as a woman, the victim mentality.
He said it. He said it. Get that Ciroc 25 verse. Give me that 26.
Sirach, or the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25 and verse 26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce.
Keep it moving.
And let her go.
And do what?
And let her go.
No tears gonna drop behind that. No. No, it's not happening. You don't want to go it my way. You want to go ahead and have side relationships, side talks to another man. See ya.
Correct. That's it. Give me that in Sirach 6:18. Because this is what's happening. No father in the house thinking money going to replace it. No, it don't work. Look what God says, Sirach 6:18.
Sirach of the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 18. My son, gather instruction from thy youth up.
Who they supposed to get that instruction from? They father. They supposed to get that instruction from their father.
That's
from their youth up. Read on.
So shall thou find wisdom till thine old age.
You'll know how to handle stuff like that when it come upon you. You won't be on national television out here looking in the camera saying, black man cry.
Damn.
You will understand death. You understand that our parents are going to go to the place from which they came. We're going to go there after them. We understand that. We understand that the soul goes back to his maker. We understand that. That's what a father's supposed to teach you out of the scriptures. But if he ain't there to do it, then you grow up, you go on national TV talking about you crying. No, I don't need no tissue.
Give me no tissue.
Now look what this sister.
Mama.
You got something, Cap? Oh, what? Go.
Yeah, give me Mark 3:27, right? Because there is a such thing as a strong man, right? He said this is what a real man or whatever he said. This is a black man. Yeah, the modern day black man, not a real black man, right?
Godly man.
There you go.
Mark chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house.
So it says no man can enter into a strong man's house. Well, what is the mentality of a strong man? It's not just a man that's physically strong. He have to be mentally strong to overcome an onslaught to his house. He was married and then it broke up. Okay. He has to have the mentality of this same strong man to protect his house. Read.
No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
He's in the position to where he was bound mentally. He's bound in his mind. Anybody can, that's why he come on national TV, knowing that this is one of the most viewed shows ever.
No one's gonna go viral.
You know it's gonna go viral, and you come up there, you got the damn paper napkins flying behind your back, making a scene, crying
like a woman.
Like a woman. Come on, man. You ain't gonna be able to protect your house, whether it be physical, mentally, teaching your kids nothing. You're gonna be teaching your son
teach
to
your
cry.
kid? Cry.
Just cry. Get it out, baby.
Get it on.
That's what my big mama said.
Scriptures ain't against crying, but it's talking about weeping for the dead that are worthy for
Control
it.
your emotions.
Right. Controlling emotion, because you got to be strong. Now, this is our sister brought out a good point about these emotional men that these women are begging for, that women are raising, these single women are raising because they baby mamas. Look what she says about it.
Tyrese is an example of what women say they want, but when they actually get it, they're mad about it. Tyrese is tall, dark, and handsome, and very successful, and has money in the bank. And when the man expresses his emotions and how he feels about certain things, and then he cries because you want a man that's emotionally available, right? Then you hate him for it. You hate him for it. You can't really have it both ways. You can't have a man that's very, very emotionally available and then expect him not to be emotional. That's just not how it works. He's either going to cater to your emotions and fake like he knows what's going on, or he's going to be in tune with you, and he's going to be just as emotional as you. And with the way a lot of young men are being raised, Tyrese, his personality is going to be more and more common. So get used to men coming on this app and crying about stuff, because a lot of them are being raised to be emotional, to be emotionally available. This is going to be
there. You go.
And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
Yes, it is.
But you wanted to change.
Make a video.
So a change is a coming. Watch. Just watch.
Wait a minute.
There you go. In first Maccabees. And look what he told his sons about being man. First Maccabees chapter 2, and I want you to read verse 49 and 50.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 49. Now, when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now have pride and rebuke gotten strength in the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now, therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
Now read the next verse. Look what he's basically telling them. Read.
Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name.
He's basically telling them, be strong as a man. I'm leaving, be strong as a man. Remember the strength of your ancestors and let that power you through when you are going up against pride of the heathen, the destruction that they're going to bring to us, so you can stand strong. You can't be out here crying and being in tune with your emotions and being vulnerable and out here trying to lead people. It don't go hand in hand in being a man. It does not at all. All right? Go ahead.
To go land back off that, 1 Kings 2:2.
1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore.
There you go.
And show thyself a man.
Let's see what he says to be strong and show yourself a man means. Read.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest and whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
Read on.
That the Lord may continue his word, which he spake concerning me, saying, if thy children take heed to their way, to walk before me in truth, with all their heart and with all their soul, there shall not fail thee, said he, a man on the throne of Israel.
So God says to show yourself a man is to keep his commandments, do what he say, when he said, how he said, fight for your people, fight for your God, fight for your nation.
That's right.
And no part of that is weeping big just because you sad. The hell is this?
Not at all.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word